Congratulations on installing the Ankra Lift-A-Deck 2 decking system in your fleet. You've just made an investment in your equipment which will provide an immediate financial return and take your freight operation to the next level. How can we say that? Because we understand the nature of the trucking industry. We know it's a rugged, intense, and fast-paced environment. And that's exactly how we designed the Lift-A-Deck 2 system, to be the strongest, most durable, and efficient to operate trailer decking system on the market. Because it's installed directly in the trailer, the decking system vastly reduces the time and effort to build load decks in your trailers. Using the decking system effectively lets you increase the productivity of your trailers, maximizing profits while providing the flexibility to load freight safely and securely, helping you to increase load average, reduce claims, and provide superior customer service. The Lift-A-Deck system has delivered results for fleets throughout the transportation industry. We're confident that our decking system will stand up to your demands under any conditions. Used properly, you'll reap the cost savings and benefits of this system for many years to come. In this video, we're going to demonstrate the proper use of the decking system. We'll discuss the components of the Ankra Lift-A-Deck 2 decking system, how to safely use the system, the proper method for loading a trailer using the system, and the general maintenance of the decking system. As you watch this video, please remember that Ankra has designed the Lift-A-Deck 2 decking system with your safety in mind. Always use the decking system properly to prevent injury to yourself or to coworkers. The following safety guidelines are posted in each unit and can be posted in your workplace. And always handle your customer's freight with care. The decking system by itself is not a substitute for safe freight handling techniques, including proper use of cargo straps, blocking, bracing, and dunnage. Improper use of the equipment may result in personal injury or damage to the equipment. Ankra is not responsible for injury or damage as a result of the improper use of the Lift-A-Deck 2 decking system. Let's start by taking a look at the components of the system. The Ankra Lift-A-Deck 2 is a decking system with a series of integrated adjustable height deck beams spaced throughout the trailer, which can be used to create customized load decks. The decking system is made from a series of double and single row flange tracks positioned throughout the length of the trailer. There are several different Lift-A-Deck trailer configurations available. Some of these layouts would include single track on 16-inch centers throughout the trailer, single track on 24-inch centers, single and double track on 16-inch centers, and single and double track on 24-inch centers. In this training video, the trailer is being loaded utilizing a single and double track system on 16-inch centers. On this tracking are a series of adjustable height deck beams. These deck beams are used to construct freight decks at any height in 1-inch increments. When not in use, the deck beams are secured in the storage slots located at the roof of the trailer. On each end of the deck beam, a simple, secure foot assembly locks the beam at the desired height. Each foot assembly has 2 locking lugs. The second lug provides additional assurance that the beam is securely locked in the track. Beam stops are installed on the tracking to prevent the beams from easily being removed. A deck beam release bar is required to disengage the deck beam's foot assembly so that it can be raised or lowered. In addition to the components installed in the trailer, Ankra offers a variety of cargo straps which are used to prevent the freight from shifting during transit or to secure it directly to the trailer. Ankra cargo straps lock directly into the flange tracking, giving you the flexibility to position them along the track at the necessary height. Always make sure to secure the strap fittings into a track position, which is forward of the cargo's rear edge. While freight can be loaded directly onto the deck beams, the decking system also accommodates the use of full or half sheets of plywood. Plywood is commonly used to construct a deck floor under the freight, which makes the freight pallet easier to load and unload and also helps protect the deck beams from damage. Now that we've taken a look at the components, let's cover the proper use of the system. The Ankra Lift-A-Deck 2 decking system is designed to make the construction of load decks safe, fast, and convenient. To ensure that the decking system stays in working order, you must use it properly. Proper use starts with the deck beam release bar. This tool is designed to make the system safe and easy to operate. Always use the release bar to raise or lower a beam to and from the roof of the trailer. Never use a dock hook or any other object to disengage the foot assembly or raise or lower the beam. Use of any object other than the beam release bar may cause personal injury and will likely damage the equipment. Let's take a look at how to safely lower the beams in both a single and a double track. First, we'll lower a beam in a single track. Use the release bar to disengage the foot assembly from the track. Allow the beam to slide down the track to the desired position and then release the foot assembly. The spring-loaded foot lugs will re-engage the track, securing the beam. Now repeat on the opposite side. Depending on the desired height of the deck, you may need to lower each side incrementally to keep the beam from binding. Once the beam is safely within reach, you may use your hands to adjust its position on the track. However, please note that there is a pinch point between the foot assembly and the track. To prevent injury, disengage the foot release by grabbing it on both sides rather than curling a finger underneath and pulling. Once the beam is at the desired height, make sure both foot assemblies are fully engaged in the track and that the beam is level prior to loading. For beams in a double track, you can use the release bar to lower and raise a beam individually or by engaging both foot assemblies at the same time. When not in use, raise the beam using the release bar to the storage position slots. These slots are located at the top of the racks. When raising beams in trailers with roll-up doors, please remember that the rolled-up trailer door is also stored along the roof. The beams under the roll-up trailer door will not raise as high as the beams located in the center and nose. For added protection, an optional overhead door track guard can be installed to help prevent the trailer door from being damaged should the operator raise a beam higher than the storage slots. Finally, after use, always return the release bar to its holder to prevent the loss of this important tool. For your safety and those around you, make sure others are clear of the beam during operation. Do not raise or lower a beam while positioned directly underneath it. Never raise beams with a forklift. A forklift will damage the system and could cause severe personal injury. And if you're building a deck at the lowest possible height, make sure that the beam is fully engaged in the track and not resting on a beam stop. The beam stop is not designed to bear the weight of a fully loaded deck. Now let's discuss proper loading methods when using the Lift-A-Deck 2 decking system. Improper loading techniques may result in poorly loaded or overloaded trailers. This is not only a safety consideration for employees and the motoring public, but it may also result in a safety violation and costly fines. So with safe freight handling in mind, let's take a look at proper loading methods using this system. To construct a proper full deck in this trailer, we are using a single and double track trailer configuration on 16-inch centers, utilizing 4 deck beams to form each deck. Use of plywood to construct the deck floor is optional. Once freight has been loaded on the deck, use a deck beam or cargo strap to brace the freight and prevent it from shifting during transit. When working with the decking system, either on foot or on a forklift, always pay attention to the placement of beams and the clearance beneath them. While the decking system makes it easier to construct load decks and bracing, lowered beams can be a personal safety hazard if you're not paying attention to their placement. Reflective tape has been placed on each beam to improve beam visibility, especially in low light situations. Remember, unlike prefabricated load decks, The beams in the lift-to-deck decking system can be placed at various heights throughout the trailer. When using a forklift, always position your blades as low as possible as you enter and exit the trailer. This will help eliminate potential damage to the deck beams. When placing freight on or under a deck, always check your clearance. This includes between the deck and the floor of the trailer, and between the deck and the beam secured at the roof of the trailer. Although this decking system makes your job easier, never become complacent. Always practice safety first. Don't try to cut corners or take shortcuts. For example, never adjust deck beams with freight loaded on them. This could cause the freight to shift position, resulting in severe injury or even death. Never use forklift blades to raise or lower beams. This will damage the decking system and again may cause the freight to fall, resulting in severe injury or even death. And never stand on or under a deck while freight is being loaded or unloaded. Should an accident occur, you could be pinned between or trapped beneath freight. It's important to note that each deck beam has a load rating sticker indicating a load limit of 2,200 pounds on a standard duty beam or 3,000 pounds for a heavy duty beam. However, due to the dynamic forces exerted on the beams during transit, ANCRA recommends loads on standard duty beams should not exceed 550 pounds per beam, and loads on heavy duty beams should not exceed 750 pounds per beam. In this application, we are using 4 heavy-duty beams to form a deck, so the maximum amount of weight per deck would be 3,000 pounds. As you increase the capability to utilize more of the top half of the trailer, there is a greater risk of rollovers due to the trailer's high center of gravity. To minimize this risk, try to load lighter freight on the decking system and keep the heavier freight on the floor of the trailer. And always check your trailer manifest and bills to avoid overloading the trailer. Due to the increased capacity benefits of this deck system, planning considerations should be made to utilize the trailers equipped with the lift-to-deck system in shipping lanes that will optimize their use. Finally, let's look at the maintenance of the system. The beauty of this system is its simplicity. It's as easy to maintain as it is to use. The decking system is manufactured from precision-machined 6000 series extruded aluminum and does not require lubrication or constant maintenance. As long as the system is used properly and kept damage-free, Lift-to-Deck 2 beams will continue to slide smoothly with no binding. Before loading your trailer, inspect the tracks for wear or damage which may cause the beams to not securely engage the track. Also, make sure to inspect the beams for damage. Damaged beams lose structural integrity and may cause serious personal injury and damage to your customer's freight. If beams cannot move in the tracks, or if they're bent, broken, or punctured, they should be replaced. Slightly bent or non-punctured beams which can move freely do not need to be replaced. If you identify a beam that is damaged or not working properly, the Lift-to-Deck track has a machined slot at the bottom of the track. This allows you to remove and replace the damaged beam with a fully functioning beam. Simply remove the beam stop and slide the beam to the bottom of the track. Remove the damaged beam and insert a new beam in the track. Make sure you reinstall the beam stop after the new beam is installed. As you can see, the ANCRA Lift-to-Deck 2 decking system provides many options for loading a trailer. Because of the ability to vary deck heights, many freight configurations which were once a hindrance may now be progressively loaded. Once you start using the ANCRA Lift-to-Deck 2 system, you'll quickly understand why it's the most popular and well-respected decking system in the LTL industry. Drivers love the strength, flexibility, and ease of operation. Owners love the increased capacity, low maintenance costs, and return on investment. And customers love the peace of mind knowing their freight will be moved safely and securely. Deliver results with the ANCRA Lift-to-Deck 2 decking system. For additional information, contact ANCRA International Customer Service at 800-233-5138.